In September 2011, a single white UFO visible on Sakuijima's live camera appeared to descend from the sky at an angle and settle directly into the plume of smoke being released by the volcano. It disappeared from sight when it was engulfed by a thick gray smoke. It should be noted that the toxic gas that surrounds the lip of the volcano, not to mention the high heat, would probably kill a human in less than a minute. Reports of UFO sightings are common at sites of natural disasters. For example, UFOs were reported in Japan preceding, during, and following the recent earthquake and subsequent tsunami there. What is also surprising to the experts is that on every continent with a volcano, UFO reports peak during eruptions, even smaller countries like Mexico. As a matter of fact, a TV news agency, Televisa, reported an incredible UFO event over Popocatépetl volcano in October of 2012. A cigar-shaped object disappeared into the volcano, and according to experts, the object was 1 kilometer long and 200 meters wide. In a recent statement, Margarita Rosado of the University of Mexico and a member of the International Astronomical Union denied that this was incandescent material released by a volcano or a meteorite. Ms. Hannah McRoberts of British Columbia was with her family at a rest area some 30 miles north of Kelsey Bay on the east coast of Vancouver Island from October 8th to the 15th of 1981. During this 5-day period, she says she took a number of pictures of her family and of the local scenery using her 35mm camera. At one point, during the holiday, they observed one of the mountain peaks was surrounded by a strange cloud. They described it to be of a volcano issuing steam, end quote. So she snapped that as well. None of the party noticed anything else in the air at the time, and the presence of the UFO therefore was only discovered by them when the prints and the negatives came back after processing. The resulting photograph shows an object to the right of and above the peak and the plume of cloud. This photo came to the attention of Mr. David A.C. Powell of Vancouver, who was on the staff of the Macmillan Planetarium in that city. After many examinations of the photo, the negative was finally delivered to Richard F. Haynes, editor of the Journal of Scientific Exploration, for analysis. Haynes determined that what Hannah had captured unknowingly in her photo of the mountain was a genuine airborne object, and not the result of an emulation, deformity, or an optical illusion of the camera's inner mechanism. The evidence consisted of a single frame of 35mm color film, which showed a sharply focused disc-like object against the clear blue sky with a wooden mountain peak nearby. Analysis of the original negative included microdensitometry, computer enhancements, and other measurements intent upon showing support thread, atmospheric disturbances, or other evidence of a hoax. These analyses suggest the disk was a three-dimensional object located at a distance of at least 30 feet from the camera. Extensive interviews with the photographer, who never saw the aerial object, her husband and daughter, and site survey tended to support the entire narrative account. The identity of the disk object remains unidentified. A battery of optical tests were performed on the negative to determine the physicality as well as the possible size and distance of the UFO from the camera. This included visits to the site of the photograph. Then she phoned the Canadian Air Force Base at Comox in November of 1981 concerning their possible interest in seeing the photograph. An Air Force representative allegedly said that they were not interested in viewing it, but did take her name and address. It was not until the summer of 1982 that the family traveled to Vancouver, British Columbia, bringing one 4x5 color print with them. They visited the Vancouver Planetarium and spoke with the director, David Dodge. The couple were persuaded to lend the original negative to them and make an enlargement copy. The negative was delivered to Mr. Powell in June of 1982 and were returned on January 28, 1983. The dates may be significant since they suggest that the photographer was willing to wait a long time before pursuing any explanation for the disc-like image on her photograph. If this event had been a deliberate hoax, it is more likely that some overt action to capitalize on it might have taken place sooner after the disc was discovered, and not almost a year later. The author found the photographer and her husband to be middle class, hard-working, their property well kept. Nothing could be found which pointed to deliberate hoax.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.